In the next edition of It's About Money, my guest will be Ami Salzman, and she is the co-director of Fairy Godmothers of Rochester, a really great program. Stay tuned for the next edition of It's About Money. Hello and welcome to another edition of It's About Money. I'm Nannette Nocon, and thank you for joining us. I'm thrilled to have Ami Salzman here with us, who is the co-director of Fairy Godmothers of Rochester. Welcome, Ami.
Thank you so much for having me, Nannette.
So it's great. Let's start with the origin of the story. How did Fairy Godmothers of Rochester come to be?
It's a fun story. So, 2004-ish, two ladies who live in Rochester were watching the Oprah Winfrey Show, and they saw something about this fairy godmothers thing and found out that there was actually a fairy godmothers outside of Philadelphia. And they drove to Philadelphia to check it out. And they came back inspired and decided to do their own chapter of what this was. And they started in a local church basement. That would have been over 20 years ago now. I've been with the organization for about 13 years and directing it for just a few years. Yeah, so yeah, they were just inspired, and yeah, that's what happened.
Talk to us what it's about. I've read about it. Some people know about it, but let's talk about what the Fairy Godmothers of Rochester do.
Yeah, so really the mission is, there's a lot of need all around this country, certainly in our area. And there are girls who are struggling financially and otherwise. And our mission really is to give them an opportunity to get to the prom, and to get to the prom in style, and feeling like they are worthy and deserve it of all the things that wealthy young ladies can do at a prom situation. And more than that, though, it's about when they come into our space, we really want to make them feel loved and cared for and seen, and lifted. So it's twofold. It's going to the prom, it's going to the prom in style, but it's also always first and foremost about the young lady and making her feel seen. And that's really important to us as an organization. I used to be a high school school teacher. So getting young ladies at this stage in their lives, they really need support. They need to know that they're seen. They need to know that they're going somewhere. We get to have a few minutes with them. We get to have a few hours to help them on that road of, yeah, you've got this. You are beautiful. You are important. And you're going to go to the prom feeling good. So that's kind of what we're about.
I love it. I love it. It's right, having kind of Cinderella, but you're helping the Cinderellas out there to arrive in style. And
you and I watched Cinderella when we were little girls. It is kind of inspired. It is inspired a bit by those fairy tale moments, and you can do that. It doesn't take too much. It certainly doesn't take more than we can give as a community in Rochester. We've got the resources. We've got beautiful people who work for us, and they want to help lift these young ladies for a beautiful evening at prom.
It's wonderful. It's that experience that could help them get to the next phase of life.
It's so true.
You make me cry as I'm listening to you.
So the women who, I cry too. Nannette, I cry too. Don't worry, tears are coming. But the women who work for us, who volunteer for me, a lot of them are professional women. I have judges and lawyers and doctors and nurses. And when I know you haven't asked me this yet about their experience when they come into us, but they are greeted by a warm, friendly handshake, often a hug, and then they're given their own personal shopper. This woman is often a professional in our community, and they get to know each other. They spend an hour to an hour and a half together, and conversations start to happen. Oh, you're an attorney. Oh, interesting. What was your path? And our mentor can share that path with our young lady. She can ask what the young lady is doing in school, what she's thinking about for her next move. I mean, they're at a critical juncture. They're about to leave high school. What's next? So oftentimes, just the fact that we get to share a few moments alone with this young lady and see where she's at and see where she's going, it's magic.
Yeah, I can see that. I can hear it. That's great. That is wonderful. Wow, that's great. Now, how do you how do the young women even know or arrive or make an appointment? How does that process work?
So, we used to be at the convention center once a year, one day a year. We would spend the weekend. It would take several days to set up, but then the girls would come to us for that one day, and they came by appointment, and that was great. But if you couldn't make that day, or if you were sick, if you were babysitting, or you had an exam the next day, you might not make it to that day. And so we decided years ago to extend our time frame. So now we're the whole month of March open to the public. And what I do is I make really important connections with the schools. That's everything. First and foremost, the Rochester City School District, they are always my target. So I've gotten to know the people who work at those schools quite well. And oftentimes I'm invited to come into the school, and I'll bring some of my team, and we'll bring some of our dresses.
I was going to ask.
And they'll set us up in a cafeteria or in a hallway, and the kids come over and say, "What's that?" And we let them touch them and say, "You can have this. This can be yours." So those connections are really important. It's also important that those girls understand that they shouldn't be intimidated by us. So if I can meet them in school, shake their hand, get their name, "I hope to see you. Are you going to come see me?" That works. So I'm in contact with all the Rochester City schools, but then beyond. And I will tell you that last year alone, we dressed over 800 girls
Oh my
from
God.
191 schools.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of remarkable. The reach has just, exponentially grown. So I'm very excited and proud, really proud.
Oh, it should be. That's amazing. All the people with young girls' lives that you touched.
Yeah, and there's so much need. So basically, that's how they'll find out about us. I'm reaching out to the schools. I'm making connections. I'm sending emails. I'm sending flyers. I'm asking them to help me share on their social media to make sure the kids know. And then there's all the social media stuff. We're on Facebook or on Instagram or on all that.
That's
I have
great.
some young women who help me with that because I'm not very good at it. But they'll hear about us.
And do the girls talk to their friends about it next year?
They do. And on the way out, I always say to the girl, because now I've got a girl who is so happy. Oftentimes, Nannette, the young ladies who come into our space are having a tough time. And they also can be very intimidated by us. They don't know, what is this? What am I doing?
Is this for real?
I don't know what to expect. But once they've had the beautiful experience, now they're all lit up, and the smiles are huge, and there's happy tears, and all the connections are made. And that's when I say to them, "Now go tell all your friends about us." I will.
Now, do they have to make an appointment to come to that?
So no appointment.
Oh, no appointments.
We are completely open to the public, and we've done away with appointments because it turns out it's hard to commit teenagers to things like appointments.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't know if you
do that?
have kids, but it's better to say, this is when we're open. So just for your audience's information, we're open to the public the entire month of March. On Wednesdays after school, 4 to 7. On Saturdays, 10 to 2.
Okay.
No appointment. Just come on in.
I see.
And so for the whole month, that's how we're getting our numbers so high. And then in April, we do something a little bit different. In April, we address the needs of specialty organizations. The Golisano Children's Hospital, Hillside Children's Center, Hapburn, Villa of Hope, ARC, BOCES. So these are by appointment.
Got it. Okay.
But it's so wonderful. It's very special to reach those young ladies.
Sure.
These are kids who are really going through stuff. And they don't have an expectation that they're going to prom.
Yeah.
But all of these organizations, a lot of them have their own prom.
Yes. Okay.
And when we can dress those young ladies, it's really magic. And that's where the tears come. My sister's part of the ARC community.
Okay.
I know what it means
Yeah.
when someone like my sister gets on a ball gown and feels like Cinderella.
Sure. Right. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm sorry. I can't stop crying. My tears just come down. I'm like, I don't know what's the matter with me.
That's good. I'm getting to. Good.
I'm very inspired. Now, what about the people who volunteer, the women who volunteer to be there on Wednesday evening, you said from 4 to 7? Right?
Yes, 4 to 7.
And then Saturday
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
We are really lucky because we have probably about 75 volunteers at this point. The numbers are growing These are women from all walks of life. Many of them got their dresses from Fairy Godmothers years ago,
Oh,
but really all walks of life. And they are taking time out of their busy days, often after work,
yeah,
and they have families.
sure.
Um, but but they get something out of this. I mean, they keep coming back because there's real joy. It takes them out of their ordinary worries. They can focus on somebody else and what they need. Um, it's easy to get involved. You can find us on social media. You can find our website. It's very easy to sign up or shoot me an email and say, hey, I'd like to get involved.
Uh-huh.
And we'll get back to you.
I love that former people who were part of Fairy Godmothers,
So-
recipient of.
So Nannette, it's so exciting when a volunteer comes up to me and says, I got my dress from you guys 15 years ago. I am so moved.
Yeah.
And I want to hear all about it. And so we've started this series on our webpage of doing some little interviews.
Uh-huh, I love
Basically,
it.
where are you now? You know?
Yeah, right.
And so one of the volunteers who's very, very important to me, she sits on our board. She's part of our executive team. She's getting a PhD,
Ugh.
and she's a teacher.
Uh-huh.
And she was our very first interview to hear about her experience with Fairy and where she is now.
Oh, I love it.
There's an NBC reporter who comes and does interviews with me every year. She got her dress from us. Did an interview with her.
Yeah.
So community, right?
Yes, for sure.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh, it's lovely. I think it's great.
And I think it's inspiring for the young ladies. That's why we're posting this on our website, because look where you can go.
Yes.
Look where you can go.
Yeah, it's beyond the experience of just picking out a dress. Like you said, it's really what you hear from people and what others have gone through, but be a part of it too. There's no shame in not being able to buy your
My
own
goodness.
clothes.
What's lovely is that we can hopefully inspire a bit.
Yes.
But there is success. And the fact that they come back to volunteer, what does that tell you, right?
Yes.
It speaks to me.
So how does it, so many people who donate are clothes that they had worn, their children had, teenage girls had worn, they don't need. When the young girls get their prom outfit, do they say, oh, I'm done with this, I'm going to give it back? Or is, no, it's.
Oh no, once they get their dress and all the accessories, I'll tell you, we do shoes, we do jewelry, we do an evening bag, a shawl if they want it. Everything is bagged for them. Once they walk out of our space, that's theirs.
We see.
They own it, and that's important. Now, occasionally, we get a really generous young lady who brings it back, and I'm just, she's worn it, and now she wants someone else to wear it.
Oh, I love it.
So,
That is so good.
so good for you too.
Yeah.
But in general, our entire inventory, most of our inventory comes from a very generous Rochester community.
Yeah.
The only thing we buy are really sizes that are hard to come by. Very tiny sizes, and then the larger sizes.
I see.
And it's really important to me that a young lady come in at any size and feel beautiful.
Sure.
I'm sensitive to that. I used to be a professional dancer, and I'm familiar with issues around eating and weight and things like that. So no matter where you are, we are going to make sure you are beautiful in a beautiful dress. So that's what we normally buy when we buy.
Oh, that makes sense, right? You don't want to exclude anybody.
We're zero to size 30.
Oh, wow.
So we
That's
do
great.
buy,
Uh-huh.
just to supplement what we haven't gotten from a really generous community.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're beautiful, Ami. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm Nannette Nocon. It's about money. My guest is Ami Salzman. And she's the co-director of Fairy Godmothers of Rochester. Great show, so stay tuned and come back.
I never realized that I'd be taking care of a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old on my own. Sometimes as dads, I think we're too hard on ourselves. We get down on ourselves on not being able to, we're the providers, but we also have to learn to take care of ourselves. Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth. My daughter Isabella recently had a graduation into high school, and I got emotional because I saw pride in her eyes. I saw my daughter have her own self-love, and I saw the hard work of me being that dad 24/7 transferred to my teenage daughter. The word father means a lot to me. When I give my love to my children as a father, I can see it.
And we're back. I'm Nannette Nocon. My guest is Ami Salzman, and she is the director of Fairy Godmothers of Rochester. So welcome back, Ami.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Now, I hear that you host events throughout the year. Can you tell
Yeah.
us more about those events and
Absolutely.
whether each one that serves a unique purpose?
Sure. So, a lot of donations come in, and not everything is prom appropriate. So what do we do with those things? We used to donate them forward. But then one of my wonderful volunteers, who's part of my executive team, had an idea. She said, why don't we try to sell them and make some money for us to go buy the dresses that we need for prom? And so now we do something called the summer formal dress sales. And so every month of the summer, June, July, August, September, we've done these little summer sales, and every dress that we sell is $20. And anybody could come in, and if they need a dress for a wedding or a cruise or a vacation, you can pick up some pretty spectacular things for $20. We have women who come in and buy 7 or 8 dresses at a time. So it's a little known secret, but we want to get the word out. And that money just comes right back into Fairy for us to buy dresses. We are non-for-profit. We don't, no one is salaried. There's no profit. It all goes right back into what we need to buy for the girls.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
anyway, summer
amazing.
sales.
Okay.
That's a little thing we do. And then we do a couple of dress drives leading up to prom season. And that's when we really, are so grateful for a generous community. You can just bring the dresses to us during those times, and that'll be advertised all over social media.
I see. So it's a couple times a year.
A couple times a year. And then we're open the whole month of March for the public, like I said before. And then April, we are not open to the public. This is when we do special groups.
I see.
So that's kind of our year.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a lot of work. And the volunteers are mostly women, or they?
They're almost entirely women.
Yeah,
we've got some really great husbands and boyfriends and sons who come and do some heavy lifting.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or, things that need attending to around our space. There was a wonderful husband who came in and gave us a new toilet paper holder last season. I was so grateful. But I think it's important for the young ladies to be greeted by a woman.
Yes. Especially such a personal thing.
It's a personal thing.
Right.
Dressing rooms, we're talking about undergarments.
Yes, right, right.
I want her to feel safe. I want her to feel understood.
Yes.
So primarily it's women.
I just love the whole ecosystem, right? People donate, but then they might not recognize that it's not prom friendly or appropriate, but then selling it, raising the money, buy other size clothes. It's great.
Right? It's all upcycling, which is what everybody's doing now. And
yes.
when you think about a prom dress is usually worn once.
Yes, right.
Maybe twice, but doubtful. And then it sits.
Yes, right.
And it's hard to let go of that. What we're not looking for is a dress that is 25 or 30 years old.
And it's what's vintage.
Doesn't happen. Vintage. It's really very generous of people, but we ask for dresses that are, within a range of style, age.
Yes.
It's been sitting around maybe not more than 5 years.
Yes, right.
We hope it's dry cleaned.
Yes.
And we hope that it doesn't have stains or rips or tears.
Yeah, right.
But boy, these dresses cost hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's worn once for a couple of hours.
So do you have people volunteering who are seamstress that help do the fitting?
This is so great. So as I said before, none of us are paid.
Yeah.
It's unreal to me, the generosity of the women who come and help us. We have seamstresses who come in whenever we're open. They're the warmest, loveliest women I've ever known. And they're going to help make that magic because, the straps aren't quite right, or the hem is a little bit too long, or we just need a little nip and tuck. And the girl's so in love with the dress, but I'm not going to ask her to go pay and get that.
Sure, yeah.
Our real Fairy Godmothers with their pincushions, and they're pinning in, and they're going to do it right there.
Oh,
They're
wow.
going to do it right there. And if they can't do it right there, then we ask that the young lady maybe come back in a few days. But isn't that incredible?
That is
She
remarkable.
just goes out with everything she needs, ready to
Yeah.
go.
That's great. That is so wonderful because I think about that. Like, what is the dress that a young girl likes, but then it's not the right fit. So,
Exactly.
oh, that's
Exactly.
beautiful. That is beautiful.
And any size, you know, girls come in all ranges of ideas and interests, and we've got the dress for her, no matter whether it's a Cinderella ball gown or something sleek or something vintage looking.
Yeah.
We really have it all, which is fun.
And the accessories that go with it, right?
Yes, yes.
Handbags, evening bags, and shawls, and yeah. My previous guest was about hats, the crowns.
I saw her. I was going to chat with her, but she left quickly. But I wonder if she knows about us.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, this is great to have you guys connect. So, what message would you most like the Rochester community to hear about your mission?
You know, I'm so grateful. We live in a really generous community. I want the Rochester community to know what they're doing to help lift these young ladies and to help these ladies understand that they are ready and worthy and talented and able to go out there and make a difference. And it's because of the Rochester community. We've done this. So I guess my message to Rochester would be one of gratitude. I'm certainly grateful to the leadership of the community. Most of our financial situation is donations, but we're now getting help from the state for the first time. We got a grant from New York State.
Wow, congratulations.
I know.
That is great.
It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of hoops to jump through, but I'm so grateful that New York State and Monroe County leadership recognize us and our value. It's everything.
No, well,
Isn't that wonderful?
I wonder how many organizations, Fairy Godmother places there are in the country. I wonder if it's been duplicated or replicated.
I think it was, but I don't know if it's still going.
I see.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that.
Curious. Yeah, curious. But that's what you're doing here in town is remarkable. So,
and you should know that our reach is not just Monroe County. We trust girls from Syracuse and Buffalo and here and area mighty Connecticut.
Oh wow!
So we have a vast reach, a wide reach. If someone from another part of New York State ever came to me and said, "Hey, how do you do this? We'd like to copy your model," I would be complimented. I'd say, "Come and play. Come see what we're all about." But we are reaching a huge amount of young ladies.
Yeah, and what you reached last year, number is just astounding.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. So
that's great. Very, very, very impressive. It's just an entire ecosystem has been developed. So the overhead for the organization is perhaps the lease. Or how do you?
Yeah, we have a really Wilmer has been very kind to us. So we do have a lease with them at the Marketplace Mall, and then the expenses.
Other than that are supplies and dresses. It's pretty simple. That goes right back into the mission.
Oh, that's great. And it's at the mall, so it's a shopping
mall.
place. It's not like, oh, you got to go to a separate building.
No, and we're really centrally located at the Marketplace Mall. We're on a bus line.
Oh, okay.
If I had to pick on a map where I want to be, we used to be at the convention center, and that was great for a day.
Right.
That's expensive.
And it's a lot of work to have to track all those dresses and everything
We
else.
used to do that. We used to pack them up, put them on trucks.
Yeah, wow.
And then you got to pack it back up.
Yeah.
So we have a home. We have a home with the mall, and I couldn't be more thrilled. And our space is beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. And what's the inventory like? You must have
thousands of dresses.
Yeah.
Sometimes we count. We count before and after, and we keep track because we want to make sure that the girls have everything they want. But that 3,000 dresses a season.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And I love your story about other women buying dresses, $20 each
Isn't that wonderful?
in the summer sale.
I also wanted to mention about my volunteers because I'm so grateful to them that we have group volunteers. So EFL Credit Union, we've had thanks. We've had few of our nurses have come to volunteer for us. Grawa,
yes, attorneys.
the attorneys
Yes, of
come
course.
to. It's really Mary Kay consultants have come.
Oh,
They
I
come
love
as a
it.
group.
Uh-huh.
They're having so much
I was
fun
gonna
with our
say.
girls.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that it's just fun.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
pure fun.
Oh, I love it.
So isn't that nice that they come together as a group? Every year
Yes.
I get another call saying, hey, we want to come play.
Yeah, yes.
When can we help you?
Yeah. Oh, I love
So
it. I love it that there's so much interest in the community. And thank you for what you do, and thank you to your volunteers. I mean, that's really
exactly.
amazing work, and I'm so glad that you inspire so many young girls to, come and get outfitted for the special event in their lives in high school and come to see it. So probably junior prom or ball, and then the senior they come again or
That's right.
something like that.
We dress juniors and senior high school students.
Right.
Yeah.
And while the focus is a city, it could be anybody who is not able to afford to buy
Very well said.
your own outfit.
Yep. If it would be hard for you to get to prom, come to us and we're going to make sure you get to prom. And we ask for a $5 donation for the dress and $1 for each of the accessories, but we will never turn away a young lady who doesn't have that.
Sure.
And that again happens all the time. Our volunteers can tell quickly that we should be helping more.
I see.
And then it's just,
yeah, right.
there's
right.
no money exchanged at
Sure.
all.
But then some others feel proud and happy that they could put a little something.
Well, you're right. And in fact, this is a fun thing that happens if you want to cry.
Again.
We get the parents and the girls are so excited when they're checking out. They can't believe what they've gotten for $5 or whatever. That if they have a $10 bill, they'll turn around and see the other girls in line and say, here, I want to pay for the next girl.
Oh.
Or that happens all the time.
Oh my gosh, you make
So-
me cry so much.
So again, generosity of our community. It's never needed more than it is now, right?
Oh, that's remarkable. That's really
Yeah.
great. I love it that the premise, the notion of helping each other out in so many ways, you've done that with this organization.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah, that's great. And what keeps you going? I mean, what keeps
I've always loved teenage girls, by the way. I love teenagers. I used to, when my kids, I have 2 boys who I adore. They're adults.
Uh-huh.
They're very launched. So I didn't have the experience of, dressing a young lady for prom. They inspire me. And my volunteers, who are also now my friends, they inspire me.
Yeah.
The whole thing. It's
Yeah.
just, it's great.
Oh, it's great. You inspire me. I mean, honestly, I have not cried so much in a show.
Goodness, well, come play. Come and visit us if you ever want to come and volunteer. Or if you want to just pop in that and see it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, sounds like it. So for our audience, the best way to get them involved and support your work is they could volunteer.
Yes.
They can donate online.
Yes.
They could donate prom appropriate outfits,
Thank you very much.
accessories,
Yes.
and things like that. Anything else that I missed or introduced to other people? Or
So
help
yeah, if
people?
they're part of a junior league or, if they're part of an organization that they think want to help us out in any way, they should reach out to me by email
Uh-huh.
or go on our Facebook page, go on our website and reach out and we'll get you involved. There's lots to do.
That's great. Oh, it's so wonderful. I thank you, Ami,
Oh,
for what you
thank you,
do.
Nannette.
It's remarkable. The difference you and your volunteers have brought to young girls in the community. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
I hope we get a lot of reach and a lot of people get as influenced and moved by as I am to be a part of what you're doing and to donate and be a part of it in so many different ways. So thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
And thank you, our guest, for joining us. My guest is Ami Salzman. She is the director of Fairy Godmothers of Rochester, an outstanding organization. I hope you check their website, and we'll be able to post some pictures along the way here that we'll send. Until next time, I'm Nannette Nocon. It's about money.